So what's up guys, good day and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the power of the mind. We'll be talking about positive thinking. We're going to be talking about the role the mind plays in our thoughts and how we can navigate our thoughts and how we can get rid of all the negative thoughts and work more on improving on the positive thoughts. It's going to be a very powerful one. It's going to be a very impactful one. So please, if you're new here, hit that red subscribe button, turn on your post notification. Thank you all for joining me once again. I'm really grateful. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'm sure we've all heard that the mind is one of the most powerful tools, right? So when we talk about the mind, what do we mean? What is the function of the mind? What role does the mind play in our day-to-day activity? So the mind is a component of you and I that makes us conscious of the world we live in. It makes us conscious of the experiences going on around us, things going on around us, events going on around us. So it's just, the mind just makes us conscious. And when we talk about the mind, we usually talk about, oh, this is what I think or what I feel. So thinking is a very, very important attribute of the mind. So when you sit back and you're thinking, like trying to come up with great ideas, it's usually the work of the mind. So the mind focuses mainly on thought processes. The mind basically helps us see things going on around us. It helps us decode things going on around us. So it's just like a computer. You put in information in a computer, and when you put the information in the computer, the computer has to understand the information. So you first of all have to understand the information, and when you understand the information, you'll be able to bring out ideas, or you'll be able to bring out results from like whatever thought process, whatever you've thought about. So when we think about something, we bring up ideas, and when we bring up these ideas, we put these ideas into action. And when we bring these ideas into action, you are able to profit from it. Our mental abilities are dependent on how the mind works, and all these abilities or mental skills get to develop as we grow. So as we get older, we come up with more innovative ideas. So the thought, I know that what you were thinking when you were 15 or when you were 20 or when you were younger is not what you think about right now. So as you get older, as we mature, as we gain experiences, our thought process begins to change, and all this goes a long way to determine how far we'll go in life. Our feelings, our thoughts, our emotions are connected to the mind. Remember that the mind is just like a circuit. It's like we have neurons in the brain, and all these neurons are connected or interconnected to each other. So all these neurons come together and they help the mind function. The one thing about the mind is that whatever we think in the mind is usually obvious most of the time in our physical appearances. So we're talking about some of the cognitive skills that make up the mind, right? So one of them is perception. So perception is the ability to gain an information, receive this information, and interpret it into something meaningful, right? It also helps us receive stimuli through our senses. Then it helps us understand each and every stimuli and interpret it in a better way. It also helps us understand our environment and how to approach things. You're able to perceive that something is right or something is wrong, and you try to fix it. Then the next one is listening. So we already know what listening is. Listening is ability to pay attention. Listening is the ability to understand, to listen. Oh, don't say listen. So I said listen. Listening is the ability to pay attention or to grasp things going on around us. So the next one is planning. So planning is the ability to organize things and approach it in a better and a more matured way. So you are able to organize things. You are able to organize your day-to-day activities. So you are able to organize events or plan an event or plan an occasion or something. So it just helps ensure a smooth running of our day-to-day activities. So the next one is memory. Memory is the ability to receive, retain, store, and give off an information. So you receive an information, you retain it, and you store it in your mind. So it's the ability to retain information. The next one is reasoning. So for reasoning, you are able to receive an information. So all these things, you notice that it's all about receiving information. So reasoning, you receive an information, you are able to receive this information, you analyze it, you are able to think about this information, you are able to properly think of this information, compare your present experiences with your past experiences. So something come up, right? Something comes up. Oh, I've seen something like this before. How did I deal with it in the past, and how can I deal with it, or how do I deal with it to come up with a better result or to come up with better solution to this problem? So the next one is emotion, and emotion is connected to our thoughts, right? And it can bring about feelings of either pleasure or displeasure. So emotions can be good, it can be bad. So we have good emotions and bad emotion. So good emotion can bring about pleasure, bad emotion can bring about displeasure. So emotions is connected to our our mood, it's connected to our temperament, it's connected to our attitudes and all those things. Yeah. Then the last one is imagination. So imagination is the ability to create pictorial images of whatever is going on in your mind. So imagine you want to go to somewhere, you want to go to the beach, or you want to go somewhere, right? You sit back and you imagine what that place looks like. Most times you've not even gone there before, so you just sit back and based on what you have seen before or from somewhere, you sit back and you imagine, so this place is going to look like. So those are the basic cognitive skills that make up the mind. Now we'll be looking at different states of mind. So we have two different states of mind, right? We have the conscious and the subconscious. So the conscious state of mind is a state of mind where you are aware of what's going on around you, so you can remember this information. So most times we store information and we make conscious effort, right? You see the word conscious, you make conscious effort to remember this information. So most times you're sitting back and you're like, oh, I know I went here yesterday, I did this yesterday, these are things you can remember. So those are your conscious memory or conscious state of mind. So the next one is the subconscious state of mind. So subconscious state of mind is a state of mind where you are unaware of what's going on around you. So you are unaware of events, you are unaware of things happening. So they usually occur without us even realizing. I don't know if you have ever gone out and someone told you, oh, I've seen you before, or I know you from somewhere, or I can't, like you see something and you're like, it seems as if I have seen this before, but I can't really remember what happened or what went wrong. You just know that something like this has happened. So now when we're talking about positive and negative thinking, remember that the reason why I spoke about the mind is I wanted us to understand how the mind works, so that we'll understand how all these positive and negative emotions affect us. So for positive, we'll be talking about positive and negative thinking, and I want us to also understand that the mind has a way of pushing away the positive things and making you focus. I don't know what that is, but it makes you focus more on the negative events, and this goes ahead to affect our emotions, which is part of the cognitive skills of the mind. So it goes ahead to affect our emotion, so giving us bad emotions or giving us a feeling of displeasure. This makes you think bad or think negative thoughts or look down on yourself, or like it just affects your thoughts generally, and this is not good. And this goes ahead to maybe spoil our day, or when you go out your day, you don't feel fulfilled because your mind is just playing a lot of tricks on you. So now we're talking about some of the importance of positive thinking. So some of the importance of positive thinking is it improves your mood. So you improve your mood, you find better ways to manage stress, you improve both your physical and mental health, right? So you become less depressed, you have better problem solving skills, you are able to bring up like innovative ideas, you have clearer thought processes, you're able to bring up like ideas that will change lives, that will transform life, that will even transform your own life. Let's not even talk about other people. Yeah, so these are some of the importance of positive thinking. Now we're talking about ways to discard or get rid of negative thoughts in order for you to think more positively. The first thing I've learned, these past few weeks, I've learned one thing, which is get busy, right? Most times when we sit back and we stay quiet for too long, or we stay away or stay in isolation for too long, it gives the mind something to think about, or it gives the mind more negative things to feed on. So it's better we get busy, find something to do. There's an old saying that goes thus, it says, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So most times we sit back and we are doing nothing, and the mind is just consumed and overwhelmed with negative thoughts. It just gives us more reasons to be sad, it gives us more reasons to be depressed. The next thing is talk to a friend. So most times we have all these negative thoughts, and I feel like now this is also part of things I've learned in the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Most times we have these negative thoughts and they are just building up and piling up and piling up in our brains, in our head, and we just keep feeding them by sitting back quietly, thinking about them, analyzing them, and it's just eating us deep inside. It eats you deep within, and you just keep accumulating them. But I've learned one thing, which is talk to someone. So when you talk to people, you are able to like speak about your problem, you are able to discuss these negative thoughts with them. So you don't have to tell the whole world, you can just talk to your friends. If you have like a lot of friends, you can tell them. But like talking to people about these negative thoughts might help bring encouragement. So people are able to encourage you, people are able to advise you, you're able to spend time with other people, and they tell you, oh, this is how I feel, or they will tell you about experiences cases where they have actually dealt with all these negative thoughts and the way out and how they got out of it. So speaking to someone can help you get rid of these negative thoughts. Saying it out loud, speaking it out loud, talking to someone about it is very, very important. The next one is learn to laugh. Please find something to make you happy. So find something to make you happy, find something that will improve your mood, find something that will make you excited, right? So watch comedy skit, find something. Most times we just sit back and we are just overwhelmed with our thoughts, and it's as if there's no way out. I feel you, because most times it feels so overwhelming and negative thoughts can be draining. So please find something humorous, find something that will make you feel happy, find something that will make you feel excited, find something that will make you feel good, right? So listen to something, go out, take a walk out in nature, do something that will take you out of that place where you are thinking about all those negative thoughts that are going to just like make you feel bad and feel neglected and feel like nobody cares about you, where people cares about you, but probably they are also busy doing something. So find something to do. Okay, so the next one is speak back. So this one is very important because sometimes you are just overwhelmed with all these negative thoughts and you just sit back and you are so depressed and you are so consuming them. You are consuming all these negative thoughts. Sometimes you have to actually speak back, right? So you have to speak back to yourself and tell yourself no. Speak to that thought and be like, no, I'm not going to take this, I'm not going to accept this. I feel like I'm now angry. So you speak to yourself and be like, I can't accept this, right? You know who you are, you know what you want, you know what you stand for. We all stand for something positive. You know what you want to achieve in life. So when those negative thoughts come and tell you, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, or come and tell you all the bad things or all the negative things or everything, when you feel overwhelmed, speak positive back to yourself. Speak to yourself, tell yourself, I cannot accept something negative. I am made for this. This is where I want to get to. The next part is breathe. So try to take a deep breath. So sometimes when you feel like, oh, I'm overwhelmed by all these things going on around me, take a deep breath. You can do it with me now. Do three of them. Stay calm. Last one. How do you feel? I feel better. So think about the positive thoughts. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. What that does is that it takes your mind away from the negative thought. Imagine you're thinking about something, like your mind just wanders away. So it's just a way of telling your mind, come back, come back, come back, come back. That's why you're taking the deep breath. So you're just trying to bring yourself back to consciousness. So because most times we're thinking about negative thoughts, it's not because we are conscious, our mind just wanders away. So you taking a deep breath is just you telling yourself, come back, come back, come back. So that's nice. So that one, take a deep breath, very important. So the next one is workout. So doing an exercise, dancing, jumping, walking, strolling. So all these things can make you feel excited. All these things can make you feel happy. All these things can make you feel joyous. The next one is change your environment. When I talk about changing your environment, I don't mean like you should pack your load and travel or pack your bags and travel. That's not what I mean. Yeah, you can do that. That works if you have the money. But if you don't have the money, just change environment. When I say change environment, you can just move from the sitting room into your room, or you move from your room out of your room, or go to somewhere. Like just shift from that position where you were sitting thinking about those negative thoughts. As I said, when I talk about breathing, you just when you move from where you are to somewhere else, you try to bring bring yourself back from like the subconscious state of mind where your mind wandered away to think about the negative thoughts. So you changing environment is just you restructuring or reconfiguring. I'm speaking plenty grammar. Configuring your mind or telling your mind to come back from all the negative thoughts. Those are the major things I think that I have benefited from, that I think can help you think more positively. So on a final note, I just wanted to point out and say that positive thinking is very, very important. Positive thinking is very important. And aside from it affecting your day, it can actually affect your entire life. So it can start from affecting your minutes or your second, to affecting your hours, to affecting your day, to affecting your year, to affecting your relationship and encounters you make with people. So we have to be very, very conscious of this, because that's how people slide from being normal to being depressed and to committing suicide. It's just those little holes, all those little nicks in our emotions that we have let turn into a well of sadness and depression that will cause us to like go from 0 to 100 and suicide. So I want us to be very, very conscious of our mindset. I want us to be very, very conscious of our thoughts. How do you start your day? So whatever the first thing you hear in a day goes a long way to determine how your day will go. So let's all be very, very careful and be watchful of what you think about when you wake up in the morning, or what you first go to. So listening to music, listening to things that will motivate you, motivational speeches that will help you, like that will make you help you feel motivated to do something positive, is very, very important. Also, it's important that you find your negativity trigger. So what are the things that trigger negativity inside you? What are the things that make you feel all these negative thoughts? Just consciously find something that will make you happy. Most times we are sad, you don't even care about what's happening, you don't even want to laugh, but it's important that you be the one to consciously find what will make you happy. I'm very, very particular about our thought processes, and it's very, very important that you also take very good care of yourself and be careful what you let in. And that will be it for today, guys. I mean, we were all serious, but let's see. That'll be it for today. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all the time. Please, if you've not subscribed, I beg you, subscribe. You can also check out my website. The link will be in the description box below. So check out my website. You can follow me on all my social media handles. And that will be it. See you next time.